Yeah, that's correct. I have a Switch too. Now, this was a gift from my grandma. She really spoils me for reasons I don't really know why. I love my grandma so much, and she got this for me as a surprise gift. I guess for going back to college, that's what she said. Yeah, I'm pretty spoiled. But anyway, I don't know about the Switch 2. Again, I don't really didn't really want to support again, like I don't really get it out of here. I played it a couple times. I don't want to sound ungrateful at all. I really appreciate the gift. I love the gift, but I really just didn't want to support Nintendo in this era. But here's what I'll talk about with the game. Obviously the only game well not obviously, but the only game I played for it is Mario Kart World. I love Mario Kart World. I've always been a big Mario Kart guy. That's a story for another time. But anyway, I love Mario Kart. I knew I was going to love this game. The graphics are beautiful. I love it. And I'm a big kart racer guy. But with Sonic Crossroads Racing coming out now, I much more enjoy that game than Mario Kart World. Don't get me wrong, Mario Kart World is an excellent game. Excellent. Sonic Crossroads Racing is exciting. It's fun. It's fast. It's new. The ideas, the people in the game are just more fun and interesting than Mario Kart World. And again, I really just don't feel the need to go back to this game and get out my Switch 2 when Sonic Crossroads Racing is a thing. That game is so fun, so innovative, and has so many cool ideas. Anyway, but my thoughts on the Switch 2. For one, it feels really nice. It definitely feels so much better compared to the Switch 1. It doesn't feel as like ranky janky, like clunky. Like if you were like to move the controllers around just a tad wrong on the Switch 2, you're probably like going to hear a creak. But with this, it's not that. It feels very sturdy, very good. The screen is really, really nice, in my opinion, honestly. The battery life could use some work on it, to be honest. It really only lasts for me like for 3 hours, maybe four. But yet again, I digress. I really enjoyed Mario Kart World again. Beautiful graphics, beautiful game. The open world aspect, it didn't really translate that well, in my opinion. Again, it's a really cool idea, really cool. But I feel like it's better just to have the race tracks and then maybe have like a story mode, not the open world aspect. I think a story mode would have been much more fun and interesting than this. Like, let's take Mario Super Sluggers for example, which again, that's a video. That's a I need to talk about that game as well. But let's take a game like that for example. That game, I feel like would translate if you guys know what I'm talking about. How like the story mode is in that game, how you like walk around the places and go to the different baseball fields. That would translate better than what this does into like a story mode than like the open world aspect. Not to talk a bunch on Mario Kart World, but anyway. Now the Switch 2, the price of it, I think is justified. I think $450 is a perfectly fine price. I don't know why everybody's so mad about that when you have the PS5 at 500, the Xbox at 500, all the new gen consoles are at 500. And I get the Switch 2 isn't as powerful as those, but it also offers a lot more things. It offers a bunch of exclusive Nintendo games that you know are going to be very high quality. So I know like here maybe some people are willing to pay extra for that. There's no other console like it on the market. The Steam Deck, like I mean, I guess, but the Steam Deck is also just like a kind of PC type deal. It's not like as impressive as the Switch, like the things that the Switch does, the interface, the how nice and clean everything is. It's not. It's definitely the Switch is more has better developed hardware in a sense. I could say I know it's more power like the Steam Deck is like more powerful and stuff, but like the user interface is just much easier on the Switch 2. That's also no complaint. It doesn't feel like you're jumping generations with the Switch 2. It's basically like copy and pasted the interface, but like a bunch of little updates, a lot of little finer detail things they did. But it doesn't feel like jumping from the PS4 to the PS5, which again didn't have that many differences either. But this one has minimal differences, like legitimately. But yeah, again, the console at 450, I believe, is perfectly justified. I believe that. The games though themselves, no, that's just ridiculous. $80 for Mario Kart World. That game is not worth $80. I'm not getting $80 worth of content out of that game. I still don't think games should be worth it. I think $60 is the perfect price for a video game. For some, every game can change. It just depends what the game is. For example, let me grab this game for example, Pac-Man World 2. I'm still playing this game. I'm still just trying to 100% it. And this game has lasted me, I've been having more enjoyment and have gone to this game back more and more than I have Mario Kart World. Again, that game was $50 with the bundle. I didn't buy it, but this game is $30. Also, it's Pac-Man. You can't go wrong with Pac-Man. But anyway, this is what I mean. And then with Sonic Crossroads Racing, for example, this game I've definitely poured way more time, way more effort, and this game is much more challenging than Mario Kart World. I skipped right to 150cc. I ain't even got to the hardest difficulty of Mario Kart or Sonic Crossroads Racing yet, and yet I'm still am not getting first consistently, not near it. So this game is much more challenging, much more exciting than Mario Kart World. The game is just not worth $80, is what I'm saying. In these new games, Donkey Kong Bonanza, I know that was a very good game apparently and whatever. I played a little bit of it. I didn't think it was anything like crazy groundbreaking whatsoever. I thought it was a good game, but it wasn't like amazing. I don't have the game here personally. I just played it with a friend. So yeah, I mean, the Switch 2, the price of the console itself, I don't know why it's getting so much hate, but everything around it, the price of everything around it is just a fucking absurd. It's ridiculous. They had how many years to develop this console? How many years to develop the games for this? And yet they just jack up the prices for everything, but people are buying it. At the end of the day, people are buying it. So that's what I see with it. Mario Kart World, I would say, is worth $50. I would put that price tag on it. So the bundle itself, honestly, I think it's worth it. But everything else around it, the Pro Controller, the case for the Switch, the freaking the face cam, it has so many more limitations too than other consoles like the PS5. For example, I had the YouTube channel I had before this. I filmed everything on that PS5. I was able to upload videos right to YouTube from my PS5. I was able to just do all my content creation on the PS5. With the Nintendo Switch 2, I can't even touch that stuff. Also, the PS5 has Netflix, YouTube, every single streaming platform you can think of. Well, the Switch, I think it might have Netflix coming. I think it has YouTube. I feel like if you were to add that, that would add so much value to the Switch 2. And it's the Switch. If I'm able to watch Netflix on the go on a screen like of that size that's easier to carry that I'm already going to haul around, it would be nice. Not everybody has an iPad, you know? And an iPad can't play games as in-depth and as unique as the Switch 2 can. And with the Switch 2, you can also put it in the TV and in handheld mode so you can view it two different ways. I think it's very cool and very interesting. So I don't understand why they don't have streaming platforms on the Switch 2. I think that's a huge drawback of it. So, yeah, that's really about it. Honestly. And I will have to say this as well. I feel like with Nintendo Switch Online, you're getting more bang for your buck than you are with the PlayStation Network, because you get all the classic games. And again, one of my favorite games all the time is Super Punch Out. So a little bit of bias there. I'm not gonna lie. That's just probably bias, honestly. But you get the classic games with it. And with the Pro Pass, that's $60, and it's only $20 a year for the base, and you get to play online games. And again, you don't get to play as many online games as you do with like PlayStation Plus, and that's also $60 a year. So, and you get a bunch of free games. So honestly, I think the Nintendo Switch, just the base one, the $20 one, just edges the $60 one of the PlayStation one just a little bit. But the $60 one of the Nintendo Switch, you get GameCube games, Nintendo 64 games, a booster course pass for Mario Kart 8, which at this point is a very old game. Don't get me wrong, a very good game. But with that one is also like, I don't know. I don't know if that one's as worth it, to be honest, as the $20 one. So yeah, that's really about it. If you're out there and you're contemplating on buying a Switch 2, just take, what are your beliefs? What are your thoughts? What do you believe in this console? What do you think Nintendo's doing right and wrong? Because in my opinion, I think they're doing a lot wrong. They don't care about the fans right now. It's obvious. They just care about making good games. You'll buy it, and we don't give a shit, you know? And that's just kind of a problem with me at the end of the day. Like, why is it like this? Why can't it be like old Nintendo? Like, I was a Wii U fan era. Nintendo was doing so many cool things for the fans in the day. And that's why I also still have some respect for Nintendo. But the things that they're doing now, it's just kind of stupid. And I really hate it, to be honest. And PlayStation, PlayStation is a company. This is something I've said before. It seems like they're the only ones that are really catering to the fans here lately. They're making good games and doing some cool things for the fans. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. If you're thinking about buying a Switch 2, just see what Nintendo's doing, research what they're doing, and you'll probably say, probably not. I'll just probably wait on this. But at the end of the day, Nintendo probably doesn't care. I mean, they're a multi-billion-dollar company. The Switch 2 is a very cool console. Again, I think it's worth the price point of the console itself, but the games and everything around it is just fucking absurd. It's ridiculous. So yeah, that's really about it. As always, have a great day.